what is traction and how can it really, really improve the quality of your business plan and your chances of being successful if you're using your business plan for, applying for an SBA loan or some sort of financing. And so I have two business plans pulled up for you. This example, in this catering business, the business owner is kind of formalizing his plans, making things a lot more official. But for years, he has been on his own coordinating, finding customers and cooking at fairs and catering events just on his own as like a side hustle. And a side hustle is probably the best way to describe what traction is going to be for a lot of small businesses out there. So that is a very attractive thing for a lender because it kind of turns what was a startup into something that might not truly be a startup. It might be more like you're just legitimizing the business, adding some cash to it, and then you're catalyzing growth. And hopping over to another industry that's a different example, because there are some industries where maybe the thing that you're going to do, the service you're going to provide, you can't really do even maybe legally or physically without an official certified business. So this is a good example of this is a medical practice, a direct care or direct pay medical practice that's going to be starting. You can't just decide to do that on the side as a side hustle, right? You have to be a licensed medical professional. There's lots of different things you got to go through to do that legitimately. So you can't really have this list of customers you've been helping out on the side, moonlighting. But in this example, what they do have is the doctor that is starting this practice has a social media presence. They've been building up a following. So, they're going to be able to offer some services that are telehealth related. So that's something that's starting out, a nice substantial social media following, a demonstration that they can create content and, find customers that way. They also have a waiting list. They have a waiting list of, 19 or 20 families that once this gets their doors open, those people want to come and become members and use the services here. So that's another good example of traction, but it's very different than the first one. So the first one was I guess what you could call pre-launch revenue. They were out there, they were hustling, they were doing things, they were getting paid for it, they were making it do it that way. So they have this kind of track record of doing some pre-launch work. And then in this one, they don't have technically this track record of receiving payment, but they have this list of people who are waiting to pay them to do services once they can officially launch.